Hey, y'all, gravity. Any evening above ground, live it. I'm trying something new. I wasn't even gonna go live on this, but boy, when I saw this article and I read it, man, I'm sorry, this was me. I ain't even gonna hold you, family. And good evening to everybody that's in the building. This was me. I'm not even gonna hold you. I laughed, boy. Wallow J, hello. Oh, I was laughing. You see the title. Asian American families are missing affirmative action. We told you. Remember what they said? Kenny Zhu and them? That it's going to be equality across the board. It's going to be fair. Okay. And we just sat there like Simi in the hot tub after he got cussed by Akeem for what he did with Lisa. We told you so. More people came in. Good evening. Chichi Banana. Hello. Hurricane IQ. Laughing. We told you so. Yes, we did. John Guillory. Hello. We told y'all so. Make sure y'all share, like, and subscribe this. Text it to your people. We need this. This is a win. And I'm going to put out a call. I'm at 2,882. I need 118 to get to 3,000 by the end of the year. Tell your people to come over here. They will learn some things, laugh, and I will get to 3,000, and it'll be great because we'll have a nice stream that when I hit 3,000. Oh, one more time before we get into the article, family. We told them. We told them. Cut it out. Torian, hello. If you want to come up, you'll enjoy this live. If you want to come up, I might pull a Torian after we read this article. I might let y'all come up and we talk about this. But yeah, let's get into it. Shout out to the West Coast.
You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern.
Y'all see that headline? Post affirmative action. Asian American families are more stressed than ever about college admissions. Well, did we not tell y'all this was going to happen? Did we not tell y'all this was going to happen? I seem to remember when affirmative action got struck down. Did I not do a live and tell y'all AAPI? Y'all are going to find out that you're regular folk. And y'all didn't listen. Y'all let Kenny Zhu put the battery in your back. You let Diane Yap going up to Congress put the battery in your back. And look what happened. I guess we shall just do the meme again for them since they don't want to learn. The face you make when you know you're true woke. We told y'all this was going to happen. But let's read, shall we? Make sure you hit the like button. And of course, they used an AAPI writer for this, but that's okay. He wrote this at 6 a.m. our time on the East Coast today. The admissions consultant described what it takes to get into an elite college, take 10 to 20 advanced placement courses, create a showstopper project. Asian American students need to be extremely strategic in how they present themselves to avoid anti-Asian discrimination. The consultant, Sasha Chada of Ivy Scholars, said at the October webinar to an audience of mostly Asian parents and students. Edward Yen, who doesn't consider himself a tiger parent, I'm going to show you what this term means in a minute. Wondered what extreme accomplishments his 11-year-old daughter will need to get into USC, considered a relative shoe in it back in the 1990s when he attended. So before we continue, let me show you what tiger parent means. Tabernacle. Tiger parenting is a form of strict parenting whereby parents are highly invested in ensuring their children's success. Specifically, tiger parents push their children to attain high levels of academic achievement or success in high status extracurricular activities such as music or sports. So they're basically doing what any parent would do for their child, but they got to attach Asian to it. Specifically the Chinese. They got to add that to that. Torian said they can't blame us for this one. Don't mean they won't try. No, because we told Torian, you know why? We have documented proof that we told them when affirmative action gets struck down, y'all are going to be regular. You took away the only qualifier that got you away from white folk. Y'all wanted to be next to white folk. Okay, now you're competing. I said that in my live. Y'all now going to be competing with them people you want to be next to for them seats. And they're going to cut you at your knees for them seats. Now look, the father of that 11-year-old said the quiet part out loud. It was easy for me to get back in there in the 90s. Why? Because I was a minority and affirmative action worked for me. Now it's gone. How is my daughter, who has 7 years to get there, how's that going to affect her for the future? What am I going to have to do? I know what we're going to do. We're going to laugh because we told you so. We continue with the article. That is a lot of Asians out there. Parents and students at an annual college and career fair at Temple City High School. And of course, I got the black. Oh, no, that's an Asian woman. Never mind. I was going to say that was a black woman, but okay. I appreciated the honesty, Yen said of Chada's presentation, which was co-hosted by the Los Angeles County AsianAmerican Employees Association and the nonprofit Faith and Community Empowerment. I wonder if the LA County, whatever the fuck, I wonder if they have one for black folks. Probably not. In the first college application season since the U.S. Supreme Court struck down affirmative action, remember we said this, Asian American students are more stressed out than ever. Race-conscious admissions were widely seen to have disadvantaged them, bullshit, as borne out by disparities in the test scores of admitted students, but many feel that race will still be a hidden factor and that standards are even more opaque than before. Well, again, we told y'all. Wasn't us that was keeping you out of them seats. It was them white folk. But again, y'all wanted to blame us for it. You had Kenny Zhu put the battery in your back. You followed him around like the Pied Piper that he is. And look what happened. Y'all lost an advantage. I think I also remember in that live me playing this clip many times.
You're being lied to.
Or maybe it was after. I don't remember. But we're going to play it here for posterity.
You're being lied to.
You let Kenny Zhu lie to you, and look what happens now. Now you're stressed. Hey, here you go. I know I use that clip when I talk about politics with the Democrats and the Republicans, but for tonight, we're going to say that's the white people and them Asians. And that the other pig that was just wiping his face like, what the fuck? That is us, because we told y'all this was going to happen, but you didn't want to listen. Cool. Juju Chang, where is she? She is, we don't give a fuck. We continue with the article, though, because this is what we give a fuck about. Here we go. At seminars like Chada's around Southern California this fall, some held in Korean or Mandarin for immigrant parents, consultants reinforced the message. I'm sorry it's late. I just got off work. Even students, you know what? Let me darken the screen a little bit. Maybe it'll help. Hold on. Is that the one? No. Wait, holy shit. What the fuck did I do? Holy crap. I went all the way to the bottom. Okay. My bad. Here we go. Maybe it's control. Yeah, it's control. Okay, there we go. Much better. Much better. Okay, we start again. At seminars like Chada's around Southern California this fall, some held in Korean or Mandarin for immigrant parents, consultants reinforced the message. Even students with superhuman qualifications are regularly rejected from Harvard and UC Berkeley. Well, superhuman qualifications. Isn't that a great choice of words? That really means very subjective requirements. You know, like the 6.0 GPAs, they volunteer taking hundreds of old people across the street and build robots on holidays and help their parents drive Uber, dropping off food and passengers at LAX. All while helping the disadvantaged, dumb jocks on the football team that is going for the state championship. We all should put that on the resume. Parents who didn't grow up in the American system and who may have moved to the U.S. in large part for their children's education feel desperate and in the dark. Some shell out tens of thousands of dollars for consultants as early as junior high, fearing that anything less than a name brand school could doom their children to an uncertain future. There's something called trades, but okay, y'all don't want to care about that. All right, say less. Sometimes anxious students are the ones who ask their parents to hire a consultant. So the kids are running their parents. Say less. Beatzilla, hello. Again, I don't know if I said hello, but hello. Because I'm a fury. Hello. Who else is in here? JC, hello. Black Manta, 777, hello. I am laughing. DL, hello. Iron Will, hello. JD, hello. You said I laughed when it happened. Affirmative action helps about 25% of agents. They were so hell-bent on Harvard that they ended their chances going to other schools. Well, yeah, they all concerned about Harvard, Yale, UC Berkeley. That's it. And University of North Carolina and USC. Because you tell an agent student you got to go to UCLA, they start crying and throwing temper tantrums. I swear to God. Some consultants say they try to push schools that fit the student best. Here we go. Listen to this. Not necessarily the top rank ones, even as skeptics wonder whether they are scaremongering in an attempt to drum up business. But especially for parents from countries like South Korea, China, and India, where a single exam determines a student's college choice, the lack of objective standards can be overwhelming. Well, we know that they cheat on tests, but we're not going to go there today. Yes, we are. They cheat on tests. We have shown y'all the articles. They have been caught paying people to go take their tests. Grown ass adults. It's in the live that I did. The worst part of stress comes out when kids feel helpless, not when someone sets a high bar for them, said Chada, whose Indian father grew up in Northern Ireland. Yen pointed out that going to a top college is no guarantee for career success, with Asian Americans overrepresented at many campuses, yet underrepresented in leadership positions in government and other workplaces. So all that talk about they're making the most money in the country and they got the most businesses. Why enough? Why are you telling me y'all are worried about leadership positions in government? They're telling on themselves, and we like it. Mustang crazy. Hello. They're telling on themselves. A netizen. Hello. You seem new, but welcome. Keep them out of the trades. I could care less. I know they're not going to go to the trades because that's how they're groomed. Sorry, I used the G word. Their parents want them to go to the name brand schools. Again, in that live, I played a video. The Asian dude said the part out loud. if you don't get into Harvard, your parents think of it as a failure. They don't go into the trades. They want them to become the lawyers, the engineers, the doctors, so they can go brag to their friends. I've seen many videos of Asians starting restaurants and other businesses, and their parents were like, we didn't like it at first, but you know, now that he has success, we're with it. Hell, we'll even help him. Can't piss off your parents. Cordell Lewis, hello. Harvard and Yale benefited from slavery, so they also need to pay reparations. Yes, we went over that. Harvard was built off slaves. They're going to pay off. Don't worry. But we continue with the article. This article is fascinating. Oh, wait, before we do that, I don't want to miss my quota. Quote, a lot of our Asian parents are thinking it's a golden ticket if you're able to get into Harvard or Yale, said Yen, president of the Los Angeles County Asian American Employees Association, who lives in San Marino and whose parents immigrated from Taiwan. I just want my daughter to be healthy, safe, and I want her to be successful in life, like every parent. You're not special. I'm going to butcher this name. I apologize. Srikanth Nagaranjan. I think I did pretty good. Clap for me. A 52-year-old manager at DirecTV and an immigrant from India has been nudging his daughter to shoot for top schools like Harvard. So you see what I'm talking about? Won't even let their kids grow. They want their kids to grow into the people that they couldn't become. Holy shit, I said it. God damn, I said it. Sam Srikanth, a senior at El Segundo High, has a 4.41 GPA and has taken 7 AP courses, which she said was the maximum number offered at her school. She is the captain of the varsity swim team and is working on a research project about the role of race in college basketball recruiting. Now, this part I didn't laugh at. This part I didn't laugh at. He said, I was in grad school with several of them. They were not the exceptional in any way. I bested everyone in my graduating class. Shout out to you. Why are you doing a research project about the role of race in college basketball recruiting? The NCAA doesn't mind having their recruiting classes. They get money off of it. We know what this is code speak for. Why are they letting so many blacks? Because, you know, them immigrants and them immigrant children love to say blacks. Why are they letting so many black guys into college basketball and black girls into college basketball? Why is it not fair for us that are not black to get those spots? But all right. Do your thing. After asking teachers and school counselors to read her admissions essays, Srikanth decided to hire a private counselor, but she ended up not using the counselor's suggestions because they didn't feel like her voice. No shit. No shit. No shit. Okay. See, DL, I don't know if you're trolling or not. You got about one more chance, and then you going where everybody else know where you going. So I would choose my next comment very wisely. Thank you so much. Anyway, back to the article because this is hilarious. After asking teachers at school council, I read that already. Shrinkard said her hopes got a little bit higher after the Supreme Court's decisions. Well, we know you're not politically savvy. Very good. But with her last name, she said you actually fill out the application and realize there's no way colleges won't figure out what race you are. Oh, so now we're going to talk about race. I thought race didn't matter no more. What have I told you about the American races? They will say something within 10 seconds on themselves. She said her hopes got a little bit higher after the Supreme Court's decision. Then you come back around and said that with my last name, they're going to figure out who I am and not get in. What did you think affirmative action did for you? It helped you bypass that little hurdle. Now you're going to have to crash into it or jump over it. But wait a minute. You got a 4.41 GPA, 7 AP courses, and you're writing a research paper or project about the role of race in college basketball recruiting. You're a perfect recruit for white supremacy. You should be fine. You should be fine. Anyway, her older sister, who applied to colleges 5 years ago with a similar resume, got rejected from 18 of 20 or so schools and ended up at Boston College. Okay, at least you got into somewhere. Boston College is not a bad school. You got into 2. Some people don't get into any. I can't be let down if my expectations are already so low, Srikanth said. When Sunny Lee came to the U.S. from South Korea in 2006 for postdoctoral work at USC, she thought that people could succeed. She thought that people could succeed in America even if they didn't go to college. Yeah. It's called, you can also go to trade schools and you would be working. And you bust your ass. But after moving to San Marino about a decade ago to raise her 3 sons, the oldest is now in 7th grade. So we have a single mother they profiled. Very good. Continue. Because that's an anomaly in the Asian community. Son of a bitch. I said it again. Gen Z niggas. Anyway, continuing. She saw neighbors hiring athletic coaches and academic consultants for kids who were still in elementary school. The mom she knows frets about students who seem like slam dunks being denied by top schools. Slam dunks are those are subjective, but okay. Quote, a student known as a genius at San Marino High ended up going to Pasadena City College, said Lee 48, a researcher at USC Norris Comprehensive Cancer Center. Moms were having a mental breakdown. Okay, so let me get this right. So they went to Pasadena City College. Let's take a look at Pasadena City College. Let's look. Let's look. Nice looking campus. It looks nice. Let's see what they do. Associate's degree for transfer. This sounds like a community college, but it's probably not. Associate degrees for transfer. Okay, associates in arts and associate in science degrees. Career technical education associate in science degrees. You could do certificates. Huh? So this kid can go there for about a year or 2 use the credits and get into the school they want. People do it all the time, B. Why are you upset? They could be exceptional at here, and maybe Harvard would say, you know what, let's take a chance on you. Come on over. What's the problem? Interesting. But anyway, we continue. A friend told Lee that she regretted spending only $3,000 for a consultant to go over a child's admissions essay. For her next child, the friend would spend Fam, they're spending 10 G's for consultants. Don't these kids have guidance counselors at these schools? I'm just asking for a friend. I thought these schools had guidance counselors. That was their job. Oh, Jesus Christ. Maybe I'm missing something. Ty Queen Campbell, hello. You seem new, but welcome. I appreciate it. Shout out to Beatzilla. He made me step my game up. So if you have a chance, go over to Beatzilla PDX's channel. Make sure you subscribe. Tell him K Gravity sent you. Back to this. Hurricane IQ said single mothers. I thought they were all married. Oh wait. Oh hell no. We're not going there today. I'll save that for another day. That's gonna be fun. But they're spending 10 G's for consultants. Damn. Hey, maybe that should be a career path for me after I finish this tech. Be a college consultant. With both her and her husband working full-time, Lee. Oh, so she does have a husband. Okay, she has a husband. Maybe she got married over here. With both her and her husband working full-time like every other parent, Lee feels an admission consultant is necessary just to keep up, especially with opaqueness and unpredictability of college admissions. It's a fight over information, she said. She says she doesn't think her oldest son needs a consultant yet, but she would like her middle son, a fifth grader, to start working with one. So the kid that's in seventh grade, where colleges start looking at you, unless you're a child prodigy, you're not going to get him the consultant. You're going to get it for the fifth grader who's barely learning algebra. Because nowadays they accelerate these kids a little bit. So he's about to learn algebra, but you're going to get him a consultant. Okay. Very good. Very good. We now you understand that Asian parents don't always like all their kids. Shit, I said it again. On the outskirts of Koreatown in July, dozens of Korean American students and parents attended a 5-hour seminar hosted by Radio Seoul. Several admissions consultants said in Korean and English that the end of affirmative action could improve Asian American students' chances of getting into elite colleges. Well, who lied to them? I'm going to read that again, just so y'all understand what I just read. Several admissions consultants said in Korean and English that the end of affirmative action could improve Asian American students' chances of getting to elite colleges. Again, Kenny Zhu put the battery in their back. And what did the Supreme Court show everybody? And what did the new black media tell everybody? We told them that wasn't going to work, right? They didn't listen. So now your consultants went up there. I'm sure y'all paid money to hear them speak. I'm sure they got a nice little fee. And they told you that lie. That uncertain truth. And what did life do to them? Huh? Nah. Yeah, they said sit down. Now you really gonna have to compete. Come here. JOS 23. Hello. This is just like the Law and Order SVU episode with Cal Penn. Oh, yeah, I remember that. Uh-huh. Well, if this doesn't work, you can always do K-pop. Mono minority can't seem to think critically just like their cousins. Well, listen, they learn. They're learning. Leonard the Yuta, hello. And what did I say in that live also, family? This is why I say the cousins got to start going back to the HBCUs and build that shit up. Because at least Black folks have that. We don't have to go to the PWIs. We can go there. And we churn out a bigger and smarter and more adept Black classes within a generation. I swear to God, the money will be flowing into them HBCUs. And they will be the most profitable universities, some of the most profitable universities in this country. And my minority will still be trying to fight to get into Harvard. Yet we'll have an HBCU that will be the Harvard of Black colleges. And we're not talking about Howard because they're trying to turn that into a coon factory. But anyway, we're going to continue. Where are we at? One urged parents to give up their hobbies. No more golfing every weekend so they can hover over their children. Because that's what kids want as they're growing up. Their parents all over them. Yeah. Okay. Wong Jong Kim, director of the college consulting firm Boston Education, I've heard of them, described several students who got into elite schools. Anna, who got into Harvard, took AP Calculus AB in 7th grade. Ben, who got into Stanford, took 15 AP classes. Esther's academics weren't stellar, Kim said. Only a I didn't laugh at this part either when I read it. This fuck said a 4.3 GPA, 1520 SAT, and 9 AP courses. So let me get this right. You were an exceptional student. You damn near had I don't know what I heard they changed the criteria for SATs now. Because when we were growing up, it was 1600. So I'm still thinking about that. So let me see what the perfect score number is. What is it? Let me see what the score is. Is it still 1600? I heard they moved it up. It doesn't say this. Okay, so the maximum score attainable is 1600. Okay, so it's still 1600. Okay. So so Esther damn near was perfect on the SAT, and you're saying this wasn't stellar? 9 AP courses? Huh? Yet we've done stories about Black kids who had these same exact grades or better, and they were getting millions of dollars in scholarships. So what are you saying? Oh, Lord. Okay, anyway, whatever. But in her personal statement, she wrote about her mother's fight with breast cancer, and she was admitted to the University of Pennsylvania. Okay, and we told you that the scores are just a little bit. You're going to have to sell yourself. Okay. That was her trump card. It was a unique situation that she overcame, Kim said. To be frank, she really got lucky. She got really lucky. Just like Black kids who leave the hood and go into upper echelon schools. That's a unique situation. Mom is just by herself, or dad is just by himself, trying to make ends meet, and the kid is excelling in school. Y'all don't profile that. Y'all let it go by the wayside, and then y'all try to turn them into, conservatives, and then that's when y'all want to put their name out there. No, I take that back. Y'all only want the dropouts. I'm sorry. They only want the dropouts. Let's see. In an interview, Kim said oh my God. In an interview, Kim said he wanted to show the, quote, common characteristics of those who get into Ivy League schools. Every year, the bar goes up for students looking to get into top colleges, he said. Well, yeah. That's life changes. Yes, you can't be static. You dummy. Are you serious? This is his name, Chung Lee. I'm not even. I was gonna go pull up a picture of Chun Li, but I'm not even gonna do it. I'm not even gonna do it. I'm okay. I'm just gonna continue. Chung Lee, the chief consultant at Ivy Dream, said he tries to share information in free seminars hosted by various community organizations. Here we go. Look, this is Ethan Chen, 17, and Audrey Balthazar, 16. We know what Audrey is. 10 to 1 if I look her up. I know I can't really find her. I'm not even going to do it. But I bet you her parents are white. I bet you her parents are white. They probably took her for adoption. We continue, though. The college's lack of transparency has created this sense of fear. What? You see how they lie? What are you talking about? They lie, they lie, they lie. We're going to start calling them the model minority. Y'all know where y'all got that term from. They're not called the model minority anymore. They are called the model minority. How do you lie like this? What do you mean their lack of transparency? They tell you what they want. Family, we have all applied to colleges, I'm sure. They tell you the criteria they need. They need SAT, ACT scores. They need your transcripts from high school. They need any extracurricular activities or awards, any community service, letters of recommendation, your application, plus the fee, depending on the school, could be anywhere from free to $150. That's when I was going there. I don't know what the fees are now. What do you mean lack of transparency? Jesus, they be lying. Oh my God. They literally tell you, okay, I applied to Hofstra in New York and I got in. You needed a B when I went in, when I applied in 2003, you needed at least a B average, at least to score at least 1,000 on the SAT, an essay, the application, and like I think it was like $25. And you mean to tell me if Hofstra could do it, you're going to tell me that none of these other colleges were telling you what they required? So the dumbest kid ever can just go. The kid who just, when I say dumbest kid, I mean like he don't go to class, he got straight Fs. He's going to apply to Harvard, and then you're going to tell me that his parents did not look up the requirements for Harvard. Okay. Model minority at it again, but we're going to continue. In Temple City, Sheng Zhang says she doesn't want to put pressure on her son, Connor Sam. Zhang, a 48-year-old realtor, wants to give him the support structure she didn't have growing up as an immigrant from China. Her only requirement is that he play a sport to stay active and healthy. Still, Sam, a senior at Temple City High who was on the varsity soccer team and interns for Assemblymember Mike Fong, feels the need to push himself. He wants to double major in sociology and some kind of science at UCLA. Do your thing. Hoping to be, quote, more organized and put together, he asked his parents for a personal admissions counselor to help him reflect on his accomplishments and brainstorm essay topics. He has been working with the counselor for 2 years and finds it helpful. We're in the wrong business, family. We're in the wrong business. I think we need to get some of these black consultants. I think we need to get some of our people on this. This seems lucrative, especially you got these kids pushing for it. So you're telling me the kids are running these households? Motherfucker. Okay. Sam, whose father is a refugee from Vietnam and works as a project manager, said he thinks about how well his parents have provided for him and wants to be as successful. Going to a good college will go a long way in securing a good job and maintain where I am, he said. Well, sir, Sam, I know you're still young and you're in high school. That's great. I mean, you got all these accomplishments. Let me explain something to you how life is. You're about to see life in about a year. This doesn't always work. This doesn't always work, especially in this economy. See, for you to get a good job, going to college, and in 4 years, you're playing the uncertainty game of, who knows what the future holds. That would mean you'll be graduating in the class of 28. You'll be picking a president as your first thing out of school. You don't know what the economy gonna look like. Hell, we could be in a war, sir. You could be drafted. There's a lot of uncertainties. But okay. I'm not discouraging you from going to college. I'm just trying to let you understand there's a lot of factors out here that you kids your parents are not telling you. But that's all right. You'll eventually have to learn. But for all this hard work and preparation, he views college admissions as a crapshoot. I don't really know what they're looking for, he said. Well, here's an idea. There's something called research. There's something called research. You can go on Facebook, I'm sure, and look up people that have gone to these schools and ask them, like recent graduates, what did you use to get in? What was your requirements? The fuck? You're paying $10,000 for somebody to tell you what you should already be able to find on your own. But all right. Well, there's that. It was a hell of an article. So what I'm going to do, family, what I customarily do, I'm going to put the link in there. Y'all can put that all over your social media. The model minority is wild. They are wild for this. Because we told them and they didn't want to listen. So we do this now. We laugh. 10 grand a student? Son of a bitch. You would be set with 10 students for a whole school year. That's $100K. But I was curious because I found this on X before I opened the phone lines and let people come in and talk. I wanted to see what them comments look like on X on their thread about that article. I wanted to see what they was talking about.
Let me go here. There's a growing concern.
So this is the thread. See, 7 a.m. this morning. Now, out of damn names, Meek is hilarious. If you're not following her, if you have Twitter, you gotta go follow her. She's hilarious. She began at the tethers. It'd be hilarious. And the minorities. It's hilarious. But we continue. There goes Sister Auntie on that. Damn, she's saying boo-hoo. All right, say less. Hojo65 said, I can't wait to see who they'll blame when they're rejected from Ivy League schools this time. They can't blame us. Facts. They actually used to gut AA. They actually used them to gut AA, but the thing is they won't be getting in like they think they will. They really think white folks like them. They don't. Those spots will go to white folks, some who don't deserve to be there. And watch how they'll still admit legacy students. That's true. We continue. Keep voting for Republicans. You won't even have a country to live in. What the fuck? What the fuck? Here we go. There's always you always got to get one within the first 10. It's always them. The Republicans. The Republicans. Last I checked, SCOTUS knocked that down, not Congress. So you should have said the conservatives, but okay. They voted on it. Should we pull up the vote again? Let's pull up the vote again. Let's see, because I don't think I went over who voted. I don't know if I don't remember if I did that. So let's do that real quick. Here's how each Supreme Court justice voted to decide the affirmative action cases. Let's see. Supreme Court justices who voted against affirmative action. The court 6 conservatives formed the majority in each case. Robert's opinion was joined by Thomas, Samuel Alito, Gorsuch, Kavanaugh, and Amy Coney Barrett. The Chief Justice wrote that Harvard and UNC's race-based admission guidelines cannot be reconciled with the guarantees of the Equal Protection Clause. The court's 3 liberals all opposed the majority's decision to reject race as a factor in college admissions. Sotomayor's dissent was joined by Justice Elena Kagan in both cases and by Jackson in the UNC case. I'm sorry. Both Sotomayor and Kagan signed on to Jackson's dissent as well. So how was that Republican? You should have said conservative, but okay, fine. Whatever. Blame the Republicans. Sure. Again, Kenny Zhu, pretty sure is not a Republican. He was pussy popping for that rejection for how long? He stood next to Ed Blum. It's interesting. Interesting. It's interesting. So they say he's a conservative. Bullshit. But okay, whatever. We'll go with it. Let's continue. I'm curious. Who cooked you? You misspelled Democrats. At this point, if you're still talking Democrats or Republicans, you have absolutely zero idea what the fuck is going on in the world. Okay. Shout out to you, sister. Yes, the Democrat. No, I'm not even going to talk about that shit. We're not even going to talk about that. We continue. What else? Why? What do you mean, why? Because now there's no group to blame if they don't get into their first choice. Facts. Can't blame us. Boo-hoo-hoo. Amazing framing. Instead of colleges are finding new ways to racially discriminate in violation of federal law, to focus on the article is on many 4 agents who are feeling stressed as their kids apply to college. You're a dumbass. You're a dumbass, Greg. We told people this. We told them this. Again, family, would you like to tell them or should I do it? We told them this. You better not, you pussy popping and pom-pomming for this. You're going to get your feelings hurt. And you dumbass. And family, remember, these dumbasses did it over the summer when people could sit down and really think about it. If it happened during the school year, the people that were still in school would have got, they wouldn't have been hit as hard. But I mean, goddamn, they did this late June. People were home enjoying vacation. This shit hits. Everybody's like, yo, what the hell? Remember, it trended on X for like a week. People were getting into arguments. And we were laughing like this. We laughed. We did our content and we were laughing. Someone said that, I'll never forget this. They said, oh, now we're going to show, Asians are going to show how much smarter they are than everyone.
Targeted a child. You got to get off the crack pipe, man, please.
No. How is that working out now? Huh. Sounds like they're still looking for scapegoats since Harvard will never be 99% Asian to please their entitlement to Ivy League universities. I don't know what the hell he's talking about, but okay. Amazing framing. Instead of reporting how people feel, Dude wants them to report on fiction. Again, Greg, they were the main ones championing, whatever the word is. They were the main ones holding up the title belt when it got struck down. They were celebrating. We all saw it. We had our arms crossed, back to the wall, just shaking our head. They know not what they did, but it will come to pass. And here we are 5 months later, almost to the day. And look, but it makes sense because you work for the Daily Wire. It makes sense. It makes sense. You're Tucker Carlson's head writer. It makes sense that you wrote this and you got no engagement on it. It's been 3 hours and you got no engagement. We continue because he's dumb. Ha 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 ha. The same affirmative action, they got canceled because they thought that was helping, because they thought it was helping Black Americans when racism bites back, laughing my ass off. I love this song. Facts. Well, would you look at that? It's almost as if it wasn't Black people's fault in the first place as to why Asians weren't being accepted into schools. Black Americans fought for affirmative action, but have never benefited from it. White women and immigrants have benefited from AA. Asians allowed themselves to be used by whites to take down AA, and now complain, laugh out loud. You can't make this stuff up. Black Americans don't care about AA. Let this be a lesson. Instead of building with the Black community, go into their schools to make them competitive. You chose to let them folks play in your face. Now you're stressed over whether they'll accept you. Don't care. It's what you wanted. It goes on and on. I think on that thread. Let me go back a little bit. Let's see. Who else? Oh, no, that was the thread. My bad. Anybody else who we know? That is an ugly dude. Jesus. When the positive stereotype that informs your self-image is stripped away, so are your excuses. They got played like a fiddle by Edward Blum. Facts. Edward Blum, boy. Y'all go get him or nah. Y'all not gonna get him? I figured not. Hurricane IQ said, how else would that violate federal law? They'll say anything just to be right. Because they say it's under the Equal Protection Clause. Yeah, no, dumbass. No. Y'all really think these colleges follow the law? They go by the bare minimums just so they don't get their funding pulled from the government. Ooh, why is Sasha Banks trending? What did she do now? Oh, okay, whatever. Reap what you sow, because every race of people believes the lies the Black people get things free when they all know white people benefit more than anyone. I guess Asians fell for the I'm looking out for you lie. No, they fell for the banana in the tailpipe. Wake up call is never late. Facts. Now they're crying about competition. The funny thing is they're competing amongst themselves, but now they have to compete with everybody. It's a problem. Tough luck, deal with it. Good. Music to my ears. There you go. Ah, this was coming. Congrats. Ooh. Ah, there goes Angelic and Elena. What's to stress out about? The minority should be able to get in based on their own merits, right? Psh, yeah. Your article contradicts itself. First, you say Asian Americans were disadvantaged by affirmative action. Proof is lower test scores of admitted students, presumably Black students, but Esther and Asian American students who got into Ivy League with less than stellar academics. She didn't. Wait. Oh yeah. No, she got into University of Pennsylvania. But it wasn't her. But that wasn't what got her in. Her essay got her in. But I get the point you were making. But I thought affirmative action was the reason they never mind. And it goes on and on and on. But what are we gonna do? You stop it, Leonard. You stop it. So this is what we're gonna do. Because I know some people might have something to say. So we're gonna put that up in there. If you want to come up, and we're gonna let you get off. Let's not, don't use no slurs. That's the only thing I say because I know what they're gonna do. I want to get paid off this stream. I've actually had a good run today. I got 3 videos fully monetized, and I'm actually shocked because of these motherfucking videos I was going off. The decode white fragility, I'm shocked they gave me full monetization on that. The Ben Shapiro one, when he threw Candace under the bus, they gave me full monetization on that. I'm actually shocked about that one. And I think the one I did about per capita. So if you're gonna come up, ease with the slurs, use code words, please, if you're gonna come up. But link is in the deal in the chat, I believe. It should be. I'm positive. But this is just funny as hell. This is a perfect way to start off a Monday. Oh boy. Asians voluntarily relocate to America with hopes of taking advantage of policy never intended for them in the first place to grift. Now it's for no one. Oh well. Bruh. That salad tastes a little bit. Eli Carradine said, if you're raised in prep school starting 3 years old, I expect you to be smarter. But when black kids are smarter with less resources, who's the dummy? Well, Jesus. Jesus. Hurricane IQ is wild. Oh my God. Leonard is on a roll tonight. I ain't even put that up. I will leave that in the chat. I ain't even gonna put that up. That's wild. He just said that. I just want to make sure that I still got live chat replay. I'll let y'all see that later. Yo, you're wrong for that. Why? Affirmative action is gone. You should be able to just waltz into college. Somebody put out there. Mission consultant describe what it takes to get into elite college. Take 10 to 20 advanced placement courses, create a showstopper project. When do you have time to have a life? Yeah, the destructive affirmative action hurts everyone except white male mediocre applicants who always had an unfair advantage and got mad that they had to compete against everyone for a change. They're white adjacent, so tell them to get white people to help. White people struck it down. Justice Roberts led it. He's a white man. But I'm sure they'll blame Clarence Thomas. This is just anecdotal tales of how Asian Americans simply don't know what elite schools want, and they're scared. And they scared. Wait for those college admissions by race stats. That's going to tell us what we want to know. Was it worth it or not? Wasn't it a suit brought on the premise that because of affirmative action, Asians were being denied slots at Harvard? Uh-huh. And look, they sued them and won, and now what? Harvard don't got to bring them in now. That was the point. They got money, and then they got locked out of seats. So understand what this person's saying. Asian students sued Harvard because they weren't getting let in. They won. Affirmative action gets struck down. Now you gave Harvard a loophole. They don't have to bring you in. I'll say that one more time. Asian students sued Harvard for not letting them in their school. They won. Affirmative action gets struck down. I think it was like a 2-month period right after they won that lawsuit. Kenny Zhu was pussy popping outside. Affirmative action gets struck down. Now Harvard has a plausible reason not to bring you in. You lost after winning. Several admissions counselors said in Korean and English that the end of affirmative action could improve Asian American students' chances of getting to elite colleges. And how did that work? How did that work out? They slavishly follow the U.S. News college rankings. That is true. That college rankings magazine edition they do every year is legendary. Herd mentality. If I was in it's not an college. If I was a college admissions officer, I would delight in rejecting any student who used a pricey consultant. That gives an unfair advantage over students who cannot afford to do so. You wouldn't even know they did that. That's the point. You wouldn't know they did it. What, you think they're going to put on their application helped by with a consultant? That's like when Aunt Becky and them was over there getting their elitist kids into these colleges, and they were using all these people and these resources, and it came out. But the way they were talking about these consultants, I guess it's not illegal. So do your thing. They're just paying someone to be a guidance counselor or a life coach. We'll just call it that. A teenage life coach. They saw a country with HBCUs and didn't ask themselves, why is that? If they start building Asian universities, conservatives are going to have a fit and label it reverse discrimination. Okay, fuck them. John Horst, what the Roman Reigns mean? Why are they stressed? This is what they wanted. They aligned themselves with the oppressor class at work to end affirmative action admissions. They played themselves. Well, if it's the consequences of my own actions, facts. I feel bad for so many because all it took was one MAGA goofy to ruin it when they literally benefited. Again, Justice Roberts does not like Trump. That's well documented. So it wasn't MAGA that did this. For once, people, this was not. As much as MAGA bitched about it, it wasn't MAGA that ran outside and pussy popped. That was Kenny Zhu. He was the one who hooked up with Ed Blum. And Ed Blum is a Democrat. He's a liberal. So liberal and conservative walk into a room to fuck it up. Now y'all understand why I keep saying liberals and conservatives will switch. Democrats and Republicans will switch based on the issue, or they'll click up. I'm adding that little caveat to it. They will click up. When it comes to screwing with us, they're all in it together. And now look, Ed Blum ran off with the bag. Now Kenny Zhu got owned. Now he gonna have to hold it. Matter of fact, I wonder how old Kenny's doing. Because I'm sure he woke up. I'm sure he woke up to this. Damn, he got a forehead, boy. His forehead kept trying to expand, and he said something like,
It's a round. It's a rap for you round. And a rap for your round. I'll let a round rap around every rap around till it's rap around. This rap around. I'll rap around a round rap. I'll let a round rap around round. How you gonna get around that?
well, all right, you're running for Congress. Don't worry. When I do my year-long series, oh, best believe we're going to talk about his opponent. Okay, Kenny, 7 hours ago, you wrote Gen Z, often portrayed as progressive, actually harbors many conservatives. The media exaggerates leftist voices. Look in churches, campuses, your friends' children. You'll find a significant number of steadfast conservatives in Gen Z. Shut up. Here we go. You're talking about, all right, whatever. You're talking about, I would be careful about talking about them folk. I would be careful. They will end your campaign. Every poll shows Gen Z men are becoming more conservative. Okay, whatever. Who cares? Okay, I don't care about that. Where is it? Oh, Kenny. Come here, Kenny. Kenny. So you wrote 2 tweets all day today, even though this article dropped. We finna help. We finna help him because he probably didn't see it. And I know his people are so retarded they won't even talk to him and tell him that something like this happened. So we finna do this for Kenny. Kenny, we're gonna do something for you. Where are we gonna put it? We're gonna put it here. Son, he sucks so much. Wait a minute, he has almost 42,000 followers. He sucks so much. Look at these numbers. I could get these numbers on accident. So, okay, since he don't get no engagement, cool. You want to talk about this? Hey, Kenny, we finna help you. Hey, Kenny, I noticed you haven't said a word about your favorite subject stressing out LA college bound students. We'll do this. Affirmative action in colleges / universities. Can we? Oh, wait, I can't write no more. Fuck. Okay, that's fine. Thought I could write more. Wait, I can't write more. Yeah, there we go. Can you give us a quote or nah? And now I'm gonna be petty. You mad? Okay, I was being petty. I was being petty. Oh my God, no. Yes, Hurricane IQ. He's running for a seat in North Carolina. Kenny. You're going to beat Wiley Nickel. Is that his name? Wiley Nickel, and blaze the warpath for the people I represent. Hardworking Americans in the humble, outperforming, God-given state of North Carolina. Okay, sir. Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. Oh God. Okay, I guess nobody's gonna come up. That's fine. I didn't mean to do this live. I was actually gonna do it in the morning, but I was like, nah, let's talk to the family. considering that Brother Tariq is still under the weather, maybe I could griff a little bit of his audience. And I grifted a little bit. I hit 80, so that was good. That was good. Oh, Lord. Hey, Kenny. Oh, Kenny, you real quiet, man. Come on. This is a beautiful thing. Come on. We told you this was gonna happen. We told you this. Oh, we told you this. Somebody just wrote something on that thread. Let them learn. They let white people use them to get rid of affirmative action. Tough. The guys on my majority male campus voted for fewer women to be on campus in Michigan, and we mocked them for being so effing stupid and saying affirmative action hurts their rich white fees. All right, say less. Mm. Whoo, this was funny. This is so funny. We told him. Paul, hey, Hurricane IQ. Now I know it's late, but be easy.
I told y'all bitches I had dick at the bottom and titty at the top, bitch, from day one when the door fucking opened.
Pause.
That Asian dude that ran for POTUS had a live stream up. I asked the Asian community how they felt about that Asian man that shot a black child. He said I was being racist. Damn. Well, OJ said, do we realize how racist North Carolina is, though? No, he feels safe. He's safe. He feels safe. You know what? Hey, before we go, do you want to do it, family? I think we should do it. Let's look up Kenny's Congress webpage. Let's look up his campaign webpage before we get up out of here. Oh God, here we go. Oh God. Of course, you got to show him on Fox News. Join the Jew crew. He talked to, of course he did. AAPI hanging out with each other, of course. Color Us United. Battle-tested, proven conservative. Defeated Harvard and UNC School of Medicine DEI admissions policies. How'd that work? How'd that work? Come on, Kenny. Present your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable to God, which is your spiritual worship. So now they quoting scripture. Lord have mercy. Well, at least he isn't a dick like some of these other candidates. At least he goes the minimum $5. All right. All right, let's see your issues. Ending CRT division in schools. Lord have mercy. Here we go. Zeroing out DEI in the federal government. Okay. Standing for small business. All right. Strengthening our border. Nothing else. No economy. All right. Nothing about the economy. All right. Cool. Hey, Kenny, why you don't have any Hey, Kenny. Where's your event, sir? What is this? Sir, why do you have a calendar of events and there's nothing going on? You got to be out here campaigning, bruh. You running for Congress. Why are you not out here among the people? What is this? This tells me this is a grift. They didn't even put election day. This tells me this is a grift. Oh, Lord. These Asian American candidates want to make America great again. Okay. Okay, I smell a grift. I smell a grift. But all right. This smells like a grift. He was raised right. Some tells me he wrote that. I saw that. I didn't even want to say that. You mean at the beginning photo? Yeah, he was at some event. There was a black dude clapping. I was like, what the hell? How are you running for Congress? You not outside? Come on, sir. You not outside? I swear. But anyway, what did y'all think of that article, family? Before I get up out of here, I want some opinions. What y'all think about that article? Was that article accurate? Was it misleading? Was it this? Oh God. Hey Kenny. I bet you're so glad that you're not in California trying to run for a congressional seat out there, because all that all that pee popping you did, you got it struck down. Affirmative action goes away. You celebrated it. Remember that, family. He celebrated it. Now what? How do you reconcile that? Pamela Denise Long put up a video back June 30th. We might have to watch this. Wait a minute, we might have to watch this. They say he admitted to something. We might have to watch this. Hang on.
You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern in.
Sure. Well,
I don't know when the hell he said it, but all right, we're not
sure.
we're not gonna do that. They said that Kenny said a video of one of their leaders and board member of Asian-faced Students for Fair Admission, Kenny Zhu, admitting to me that affirmative action should be descendants of U.S. slaves, and acknowledging he'd not considered that historical context before. So he knew what it was for, and he still said, let me knock it down and we're going to be over. And it didn't help. Well, goddamn. How about that?
Stood out in this year as well. Kenny, if I could go to you first, just talk to me through what you've read so far in the rulings that has stood out to you when it comes to this decision to end affirmative action in college admissions.
The ruling that stands out to me is that they finally concluded that what Harvard was doing with the personality score against Asian Americans is discrimination. What they did was they stereotyped Asian American personalities as low. They classified them as test-taking robots with no personality. That they used that as the justification to, even with the higher scores and grades, discriminate against Asian Americans and reject them from their college. So the court correctly concluded that that is racial stereotyping, that is racism, and they pinged Harvard for that.
Kenny, I wanted to know your response specifically when you hear the NAACP speaking out, and it's fiery. I mean, people are really divided. They're upset about this decision. Obviously, there are those in support of it, but obviously with your background, I mean, essentially, you and other Asian Americans behind this, this would be a win. Can you comment on that and what you're saying for those that are pushing back and are very upset about rolling back affirmative action within colleges and universities? What do you say to them?
I would say I would be sympathetic with them. Black Americans have not been achieving at this country the way that we hoped they would in the 1960s and 70s. Their PISA scores are far below whites and Asians. We need to work on the K-12 education system. We need to solve that problem right now. We can't do it at the college level, especially not through Harvard. Are you kidding me? Harvard's supposed to be for the best and the brightest, not for people who really need help.
All right. Really interesting. Again, I know your book, The Inconvenient Minority, essentially leading up to what ultimately came forward today. Again, Asian Americans arguing they were discriminated against when it comes to these application purposes. Also wanted to welcome in Jared Roberts, constitutional attorney with the Binal Law Group. So Jared, when you look at this from a legal ruling here, talk to me about what this means for the future of college admissions, because there's been a lot of people assuming, automatically so, that this will mean less Black individuals and less Latino individuals will be admitted into these colleges. What's your read on that?
So my read on this is that the Supreme Court has really, since the new Justice.
Never mind. There were jokes there, but I ain't gonna say it. We all remember this, and then I'm getting out of here. We all remember this, do we? We all remember this. Fair use. We all remember this interview. Play that shit. Kenny.
Mazda's most
Oh,
ambitious
Lord have
vehicle
mercy. They got ads. Wait a minute. No, we don't want no ads. Wait, do your thing. There you go.
I want to say that freak out from the left about this ruling. They shouldn't freak out, guys. This is an amazing ruling. This means that people finally get to be treated based on their merits. This means that Black and Hispanic individuals who get into college know that they get into these colleges because
this is the merits.
This is what we've been fighting for 30 plus years now. This is what I personally have been fighting for over 5 years. What I've always wanted and what America should have is a merit-based society. People are diverse, but they're diverse in more than just race. They're diverse in talent, skills, ambitions. And if it just so happens that Asian Americans are academically excellent, disproportionately so, then they should be rewarded for that. Just like we reward as a country people who are just.
And how's that working for your Asians, sir? How's that working? How is that working out? Huh? I don't know. How's that working out? Oh, we know how it's working out.
Huh? No.
This is how it's working out. Because you don't listen. You don't listen. Continue.
Disproportionately athletically, artistically, or business excellent. So Asian Americans, they deserve the fruit of their efforts. They should not be stereotyped as test-taking robots with no personality, as Harvard was doing. And standards should not be lowered just to admit more of a certain minority. So
Yo, fuck nuts.
He said it. A certain minority. Might as well just said Black people, sir. You might as well have said it.
Bro, what you on?
You might as well have said it. Ooh. Continue.
I think that this is an important decision for the Supreme Court and for America.
Okay.
This case would not have been successful if ordinary Asian Americans did not come and support it, right? We had to show, even to the court, one, that we had standing, but two, that the public was behind us, that ordinary Asian Americans, they understand it. And when you read the court's opinion, it's very clear that they understood the frustrations that ordinary Asian Americans were experiencing under racial preferences.
Bullshit. No, they didn't. They don't understand that, sir. You know how we know they don't understand it? Because they got cases of Black people getting killed and they ignored it. They ignored Black lawsuits. So they don't no. You don't get to use that excuse, sir. What happened? You don't get to use that excuse. I don't know why it just stopped. But anyway, we're gonna let him finish off. But Kenny, SCOTUS is not for black people. We know this. They did a couple good rulings for black folks in this country, the cousins mainly. That doesn't preclude them or give them an out on the shit that they've done to the cousins in the past. We're not doing this. You're an asshole, but that's okay.
Protection clause of the 14th Amendment does not just apply to Black Americans, but in an increasingly diverse society, it has to apply to all Americans. And Asian Americans are quickly becoming an inconvenient minority because they, even though they've been
You mean inconvenient minority?
Historically discriminated against, and they lack a lot of the social connections that a lot of privileged people have, so-called privileged, they still succeed in this country. They have the highest incomes, highest educational attainment. So they're the inconvenient minority, and therefore college.
Okay, so you're doing that again. Yet that article just told us that even though you guys are overrepresented, you're underrepresented in government and other areas. Last I checked, not every Asian owns a business. But again, model minority.
Colleges and universities treat them as if they're the privileged class, which is wrong. Nobody should be treated as if they're the privileged class. People should be treated based on their content of their character.
Why do you think you guys have the name model minority? Well, model minority. Because y'all swear up and down y'all are the embodiment of the American dream. Your parents and grandparents emigrated over here and to give y'all a better life. And then y'all get to go to these upper echelon schools and become everything that your parents couldn't be. And y'all go around strutting like goddamn peacocks and thumbing your nose at everybody else and then doing anti-black racism on the side. But okay, now you got to compete with everybody else. You have to get your head out of the clouds. Well, in Kenny, your case, get your head out of your ass. And y'all don't like it. That article, you could feel the anger.
No, the fight is not over.
Uh-huh.
You know, I have an organization called Color Us United. We advocate for a race-blind society. We have to continue to fight back against the pernicious influence of the racism narrative in our country. Remember, it was the racism narrative that brought about affirmative action. People think Ketanji Brown Jackson actually wrote in her dissent, which was extremely scathing, that America has never been a colorblind country and racism pervades American life. So basically, the more racism pervades American life, according to the left, the more reparations are needed, affirmative action, et cetera, to rectify that. But the reality is racism is far less of an influence than it was in our country before.
Somebody listens to old Shackles Off My Feet. Remember Shackles Off My Feet said America's not a racist country? Uh-huh. You see how they lie? You see how they lie, boy. You see how they lie. The model minority.
And we should be moving towards a merit-based colorblind society in an increasingly
a merit-based colorblind society, boy. Yeah, well, y'all took a couple steps towards that, and now y'all want to back it up.
Diverse society across many respects. So campaigns will need to continue to happen to rid, for example, the pernicious influence of diversity, equity, and inclusion ideology, which says X, my institution is racist. Therefore, I need to accuse innocent people of being racist. I need to teach that our society is racist, and I need to require people to have statements saying that they're racist. I think that those are some of the battles that my organization, Color Us United, will pick next.
Oh, sucks to be you and your people. Sucks to be you. But anyway.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
I almost want to do it, family. I almost want to do it. Fucking, I'm gonna do it. Hey, just like Vivek. Hey, Kenny, you got an open invite to bring yourself over here. We might have to have a conversation.
You bring him here. Right here. Do you hear me? Right here. What? You heard what I said. Just do it.
You might have to come over here and come talk to me because boy, how do you sit up there? Now again, that was over the summer. So, but it's just funny that he ain't said, again, we showed the page. He didn't say shit. He didn't say shit. Mm, 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 mm. But that's okay. We're gonna get up out of here, family. I'm tired. It's 1 a.m. and I know some of y'all gotta go to work tomorrow. I don't, so I'm going to rest my voice and go to sleep. So again, this is the end of the show. Hopefully you learned something. If you did, I've done my job. If not, I will try to be better next time. I will see y'all in about 15 hours. We'll be watching the fall of Minnesota. The fall of Minneapolis and debunk that shit. That's going to be fun. So make sure you are here at that time. Make sure if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to it. Share, like, and subscribe. Send it out to your people via text messages so we can grow these numbers up. Hopefully I can get to 3,000 by the end of the year. I've only got about 118 to go. I appreciate y'all coming through on this late night stream. I feel good. One more time for the road. One more time for the road.